Yeah, dude, nonstop. Honestly, this is the best shape I've been in. I'm excited for this fight. 18 days away.
When you getting in there, Aiden?
Actually, soon. Okay.
He's got to fight his battle against Lean first.
Bro, what is going on with this lean shit? I think yes, bro, I'm clean. What the fuck is going on here? You know what? I'll say this right now, Jake. After you beat Diaz, I want to get it. I want to get in some work with you. We'll do some Miami training in the hot sun. You know what I'm saying, on the beach.
It's not just no, Aiden. It's not just about the training. I think every man should have a professional fight at some point in his life. One, because of the pressure you're under and how scary it is, because there's a lot of pressure, because you're putting your ego on the line. And secondly, because you have to dedicate yourself to a training camp completely and fully. You can't just do one pad session and put it on the fucking internet and talk about being a fighter. You need to dedicate yourself and try hard and set a date where you have a fair competition against another man and put it on the line. That's what you need to do as a man, so you learn about yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, don't you have beef with like some other streamers and stuff too?
Like one guy named Hassan, but he's like 7 foot tall and he wears dresses. So I'm not gonna fight that guy. Andrew, oh, there you go.
Is that the guy? The guy I think it is?
Yes, it is.
Oh my God. Your mate.
Yeah. But nah, man, I would love to get in the ring. I swear. I actually really, really would. One day.
I think if you had a reason to stop sipping Lean, it would help you. Like if you had to
clean. I've been clean for a while now, about a month.
But you were texting my friend like 3 days ago asking for a Lean plug.
Yeah, Andrew, he's lying.
No, I'm not. Lying. I'm not lying.
You're talking about Jasper, okay?
Yes.
It was not 3 days ago. I texted him like a couple months ago about Lean. I haven't done Lean in over a month. I'll take a drug test on stream tomorrow. You want me to?
Do it. Chat, we want to see this. Make sure he
does.
Why are you
making... Okay, fine, I'll do it.
No. All right, we won't talk about it.
You do it. I'm gonna do it for real. I'm gonna do it. All right, got you. Yeah, I got you. So look,
no, you won't. You talk shit. You're never gonna get a drug test.
You don't talk this shit. You guys are ganging up on me, Jake. Are you gonna fight Andrew? Andrew, gonna fight Jake? Would you guys ever fight?
Well, I'll tell you something. Let's talk about this because there was a time where I called out Jake Paul. There was that time. So let's talk about that. It's when Jake first called out Connor. I think this was like 4 or 5 years ago. Is that correct? A while ago. And I said, Jake, I'll fight you. I remember saying it to him. At the time, I wasn't nearly as known as I am now. And then since then, I've made it very clear also to the world. I said that Jake, I believe, is the best YouTube boxer. I believe he can beat them all. And I think he's training very hard. And a fight against Jake would be a real fight. And I do believe he's working hard in the gym. And he's more of a boxer than he is a YouTuber now. I don't think we're going to fight, especially because of my current legal situation. I can't even leave my house. However, I do think that in terms of YouTube boxing, I'm glad it's a space now. I like the idea of people with beef fighting each other. And I do also, and I want to make this clear to everyone, and I've said it multiple times, I do think Jake is the best of all the YouTube boxers. I don't think that can be denied.
Well, thank you. No, I appreciate that. I think, my answer to it would be like, if you figured out your legal situation, I think you should get in there because it would be massive. Maybe not with me, maybe with whoever it is, but everyone I think would want to see you fight.
Everyone wants to see it. It would make a bunch of money. And I don't want to say, but before I was arrested in December, there was a conversation ongoing about me fighting someone. And I'm not going to say who it is because it didn't happen. And I asked for a lot of money and they offered me all the money I wanted. And it was very close to being signed. And then I obviously ended up in a prison cell. So certain things changed. But yeah, I know the whole world wants to see it. The whole world would love for me to get in there and fight somebody. I'm very aware of that. But we have to make sure the stars align.
Like if we could ever figure it out, I would be down to do MMA or boxing either. Like the PFL would make it happen. So if you ever figure out the situation, I think it would be huge.
Wait,
you know what we should do, Jake? While you're next training, I know you're only 18 days away from a fight, but next time you're training and you want some sparring, fly to Romania and we'll spar. And we'll film it, and we'll decide if we want to release it or not afterwards. But I have no problem. We can have a sparring match anytime. That's easy, right?
I'm down for that, but we can't release it for free. That's like it's like giving the people what they want for nothing. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey guys, I would love to. I'll spar too for you with you guys. Fuck, Jake. Let's just go to Romania. We'll go 50-50 on the jet. Go to Romania, Jake, and I'll spar. We could do a threesome spar. I'm with it.
Why do you make everything sound weird?
Dude, I'm down to just spar with you guys for fun. Guys being dudes.
Anyway,
Aiden,
yeah.
Have you ever played a sport, Aiden? Have you ever been outside? You look pale.
I actually haven't been outside in a long time, but Jake, I have you know that I'm going to be going outside a lot more now.
And that's Jake made an important point, because when it comes to these fights, he made an important point about the people want to see it, and that's very valuable. So it's not as easy as people think to just fight. There's a whole bunch of promotion behind it, and things must be done, etc. Because if it was that easy, like I said, Jake and I could spar, of course, but that video would be worth millions of dollars. So we can't just throw it on Twitter for free because the whole world wants to see it. I mean, I'd be up for it, but I understand Jake's a professional fighter, and when you're a prize fighter, you want a prize, right?
I know we should. I mean, we could still spar. Like that'd be fun, anyways. And maybe we put like little clips out, not the whole thing, or give people a little teaser or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
You know where I am? Well, I can't leave the house, Jake. So you know where I am. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here.
Jake,
So,
they're asking. I know they're going to ask. Still, anything updates on fighting KSI? Would you still be down to fight him? Is that still a thing that's going to happen in the future?
I've been down. I've been down. I've been trying to make it happen for a long time, and I think everyone can see that. And he's the one that has always had an excuse with music or touring. And then he wants to drain the weight down to 180 pounds, which I agreed to if he wanted to do winner takes all for all the money. And so he says, okay, sure, we'll do winner takes all. He says that on Twitter. And then we go behind the scenes for the negotiations with his manager, and his manager ducks the whole entire thing. They're like, oh, no, not winner takes all, like only an extra $1 million. So then there's like a weight thing going back and forth. And it just seems to me that he doesn't want to get it done.
are Logan and KSI really close, or is it all just a weird like promotional thing?
I think it's they're like acquaintances.
Okay.
But it is like this weird thing. But they both kind of like joke about that. Like I've seen Logan be like, "Yeah, we're best friends," like, and kind of say it jokingly. But obviously they're business partners and that whole entire thing. So
Yeah, interesting. I just thought I'd ask. And I have nothing against Logan either. I think a lot of people think I have a problem with Logan. I don't have problems with anybody. I live with a pure heart. I'm a happy man. But I just thought I was just curious about that, because when KSI is running his mouth to you, I'm like, why is Logan not punching him in the face? What the fuck?
yeah, business, I guess, is business. It is weird. It puts me in a weird spot because like I don't know how to feel about it. I personally don't like it because it's like here's this guy that constantly is dragging me down, constantly jumping at every opportunity to pull me down and to defame me and to say anything bad about me. And then my brother's like acting like he's best friends with them. And then even when people ask like, oh, they asked Logan like, oh, who would you pick in the fight? And Logan's like, oh, I don't know. That would be tough for me. Like, no, it's really not. Like,
wait. So when you ask,
he eventually says like, well, I would have to pick Jake, but he plays both sides definitely, and it does get annoying. But it's like I also respect his hustle as an entrepreneur and as a businessman because he created this multi-billion-dollar company now with his enemy. And I can't hate on that. I want my brother to accomplish his goals, and I'm happy for him. And he's so successful and doing amazing. And to me, I'm just proud of him. I'm proud to be related to him. I'm happy for him, but definitely it hurts me sometimes seeing that shit for sure.
What age do you think you'll retire, Jake?
Man, I have no idea. I want to be world champion, and that really is my goal, and to prove to anyone that I actually can do it. And to go from a Disney Channel kid who was not in the gym at all to a world champion, I think would be a remarkable story. And I think it would inspire a lot of other kids to chase their dreams, no matter how wild or crazy or sensational that they are. So that's my goal, and I think I could do it in the next 3-4 years. So I'll probably maybe retire when I'm like 30.
Hey, can I ask you guys a question real quick? When you guys are fighting, like, do you guys develop like any problems from it, like brain damage or anything like that? Like, does it like do you guys develop any like physical issues?
Well, you can be unfortunate and you can be unlucky, and that's the whole thing about fighting. It's why it's so universally respected. And yeah. I even said this to KSI. I said it when then he replied something stupid because he's low IQ. And I said, ultimately, at the end of the day, anybody who enters the ring to a degree I respect because you're putting your ego on the line and you're also putting your health on the line. It's pretty as close as you can get to the gladiator pit in modern times. And I know people who have entered the ring and unfortunately they've exited and they've never been the same. And some of them are my teammates and some of them are my opponents. And it's sad always. And it's, yeah, bad things can happen in there. It's real. I've been very fortunate and I wish there was a world in which nobody ever picked up any kind of damage from it, but it's a real possibility you have to keep in mind every time you're training for a fight. So yeah, it's scary.
Gotcha.
I think lean is worse for your brain than boxing, though.
Facts, man. That's why I kicked the cup. Had to, Jake.
Are you still with Amy?
This is really crazy, bro. I can't, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I can't get away from lean. Why? You know I'm not. You know I'm not, Jake.
I know you're not. It's been a while since we talked. What do you mean? Like
We
actually
just talked like a month ago. Well, like a heart to heart. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
No, I'm not, Jake. No.
Yeah. Well, this YouTube boxing thing, I think, is a fantastic opportunity for a bunch of people who are constantly just talking shit to each other to actually do something about it. And I think if people have a genuine issue with each other, then they should fight and sort it out. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's the best thing about it. And it's interesting to hear what Jake's saying about KSI not wanting to fight him, because I think that's the fight everybody would really want to see. I think that's going to be the biggest one. Perhaps one of the biggest ones you can make right now.
For sure. And I've done everything I can to make it happen multiple times. But at some point, he has to step up to the plate. And I think at some point it has to happen just for the culture. And I know he wants it. It's just a matter of timing and all things considered.
Well, we'll see whose corner Logan's in. Hopefully he's in the right corner because, brotherhood is the most important thing. And I think I'd like to believe he would choose you, of course, when push came to shove.
Yeah, no, I think deep down he wants me to win 100%, but it's just the way he presents that sometimes.